Automatic. Face centered. Speech off.
Hi guys.
Speech on.
Hold on.
Centered.
Let me see. Let me see. It's not saying nothing. Okay guys, I guess I'm good. Let me see.
Near left edge.
Hold on.
Stop recording video. Face centered. Speech off.
Okay guys, I decided to just do a quick get unready with me video because I have not posted for this entire month of July. I am just behind, and I was like, it's the 15th. Let me put something out here. Let's stop playing. Before I get into the chit chat, get unready with me, I'm getting ready to take my bath, but I wanted to show you guys really quickly some things that I've been loving. What do I have on? I have on some Coach earrings that have the different crystals and has a little heart dangling. Super love. Got these from Macy's. It has like a purple or turquoise and a yellow crystal on those. I actually have the matching bracelet, but I took it off and it has a lock and key on it. These are some shades by Jessica Simpson, gold with the brown. Got these out of TJ Maxx. What's on my lips? It's the Haze by Hourglass, what I'm holding right now. Super actually love this. Shout out to LV Lover CC, and actually the lady at Sephora recommended Hourglass to me. It has like minty type invigorating feel on your lips. I think this has a plumping factor to it. I don't ever know. I just love when it feels like how, imagine if you put like a little mentholatum, like menthol, where it's like that eucalyptus essential oil type feeling. That's how my lips feel. And it also complements, like if you had a spearmint or peppermint gum in your mouth, it like just complements and just gives you that whole fresh aura. So super love. This is at Sephora. They have several shades. It's sold out. It's sell as soon as they get them in, it's sold out. I super love this packaging, how they have the product secured, and this is like a mini YSL. YSL has this same type where the lipstick shape is secured and the actual product is inside. So it's like you just only slip up exactly what you're about to use. And this is like a cherry red. They do have another color called Slip that I want, and it's a beautiful red as well, but it leans more on the pink side of red, so I do want that. And they have one called Thrill that's super bright red, and then they have one that I want called Impulse that's like fuchsia. It's like a purpley pink. It was sold out. So that's what I have on my lips. What am I wearing? Okay, I have on this necklace. It's a gold necklace, and believe it or not, this is called Paperclip. This necklace is called Paperclip. So it's supposed to be like twisted paper clips connected. Super cute, and I have the matching anklet. Super love, super love. Got that out of Macy's as well. What do I have on? And I have on a Macy's dress. That's what I have on. It goes like mid-thigh, super flowy. This is a size medium. Let me turn around. It's a spaghetti strap top. I have on a strapless bra, so you can definitely see. Super cute. It was like 90 whatever degrees. When I woke up in the morning, it was already 80 something degrees. Like the whole night, it was 82. I don't think we ever got into the 70s. If we did, it was like 78, 79. Then right into 82. By like 4 or 5 in the morning, it was already 82 degrees. So yeah, guys, that's what's going on. I've been getting attacked by the mosquitoes here, So I have like a little owie here. I don't know if you guys can see all the way down to my knees, but I have like a bite on my knee, a bite on my ankle, several bites around my ankles actually. Okay, you guys are asking me about this Dazzle nail polish. This is Dazzle. This is my everything. I will never use another nail polish again. I get my Dazzle manicure and pedicure. This dries in 5 minutes and it lasts. It stays on. I don't care if you chip a nail or not. You can just take your emery board and just shape it and it still looks great. I absolutely love and highly recommend Dazzle nail polish. And you don't have to do any of that LED light stuff. You don't have to use any drill on your nails. Nothing. Dazzle. Ask for it, guys. It's so good. I use it on my toes as well. And I'm going to say it's good for 2 weeks. Like 10 days, 12 days. It's good. You go back. I mean, I go to Tipsy Salon Bar. I really like them. It's super clean over there. Let me just say it. They have black nail techs over there. I've never in my life had black nail techs. This is my first time having black nail techs in my life. So it's a new feeling. It's new. I've had black estheticians like for waxing, but for nails, toes, never. So yeah. Everyone's in there working. Like I said, I like it. It's clean. It smells good every time. The environment is good, and it's a good price. If you want to get waxing, the typical price, like for underarms, and I do my knee down, it's gonna be like $60 total. Another thing I like that they do in there, you tip your tech directly. So if you got wax, you pay them at the register for the service, and then you give your service provider their tip directly, and they have their QR codes, their Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, whatever. You give them their cash in their hand, and they can walk out with their tips every day. So I super love that they've made that a priority, and they just understand people need their money. So super love that. Shout out to Kim, because that's who helped me a few times over there, and Taylor. Yeah, so far I've only done my underarms. My legs, I don't really do them that much because the hair is like really fine. It's really, really fine. I can't even feel it. Like, it's very light to touch. So I just don't even worry with it. I probably do my legs every 2 months, something like that. And then my underarms like once a month, because it just takes a while. But what I'm about to do, I'm getting ready to cornrow my hair into 2 cornrows and get ready for bed. I'm gonna take my shower and wrap it up with a bow. Law school has been quite interesting. I have enjoyed it. This past weekend we had what's called a resident institute, where we had to be on campus and we participated in a trial. I was on the defense team, and I was responsible for direct and cross-examination. I wish I would have recorded for you all, but I haven't been feeling good. I'm having adjustments here in South Florida, doing things I've never done before, like checking for heat advisories, heat indexes, weather advisories, flood advisories, rip tide and rip current advisories. Like, these are things, if you live in South Florida, that you have to know every day. It's a matter of life and death. I got caught in a heat advisory. I did an outside event 2 weeks ago, not knowing the heat index was 109 degrees. So I suffered with heat exhaustion for like the last week and a half, being out there in that. If you live here, you need to stay hydrated. You need to keep drinks with you. You need to be sipping on cold drinks. You need to have, if you're going to be outside, you need sunblock, you need shelter. Like, you need an umbrella, you need a hat, you need so many things, because the heat is intense, it's constant, and you have no idea how much fluids you're losing with these bugs biting you, these mosquitoes. I mean, guys, so, you know, those are things to consider when you're living or in South Florida long term. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of shark attacks and people have been getting killed. The warmer the water, the closer the, mammals can come to shore. So the warmer the water, the closer the sharks can come on in. And the rip tide and rip current warnings are all the time, and they're not short term. They're like lasting all day to the next day. They give you like time frames. I've seen them last for weeks at a time. Unfortunately, a family of 6 got swept away here. I think so far 8 people got killed by sharks here. I forget how many people got swept away by the tides here. So, like, guys, I mean, I don't watch the news either, but, you know, take it seriously. Check out, find out what the weather is, find out what the heat index is. You know, make it home safely. So I'm learning a lot that I just had no idea. And I'm so happy I have Alexa and I have an iHome, because when I ask them about the weather, I'll just be only asking for the temperature or like if it's gonna rain, and they tell me all of it. Like, I'm always getting like rip tide, rip current alerts. Now the heat advisory, I get that sometimes, but I had kind of like ignored it. Like, okay, it's gonna be hot. No. When it says heat advisory, that means it's dangerously hot. Like, you're gonna faint. And if you're like me, who has fainted several times before, you really have to watch it, because you can black out and you can't even have reaction time. So, guys, yeah, it's exciting. Okay, so back to school. So this past Saturday, one of my classes, which is an advocacy class, advocacy skills, we did a trial. Basically, the trial was about an RN who was accused of being under the influence while at work, and we had to prove innocence or guilt, and it was an administrative law hearing. So the big thing about that is, if it's an administrative law hearing, all we're determining is if there's enough information or evidence to take this person's license according to the nursing law and guidelines. It's not a criminal suit, even though there's criminal aspects, okay? And I've learned that over this weekend, because whenever you're going forward in a trial, even if it's a bench trial, which it was a bench trial, we did not have a jury, then you have to determine what grounds are you moving forward. Like, is this going to be beyond reasonable doubt, or is this going to be a preponderance of evidence? Beyond reasonable doubt is the evidence conclusive that absolutely this person did this or did not? If it's not, then you have to say not guilty, right? Regardless, beyond reasonable doubt is the highest. So, for example, there's 3 tiers. So let's say the first tier could be probation to 3 years. The second tier could be mandatory 5 years to 10 years. And then the third category could be mandatory 10 years to life, okay? So beyond reasonable doubt is going to give you your mandatory 10 to life, okay? Depending on what you did or what was determined, okay? So with this hearing, it was just all about reviewing the nursing law, reviewing what was said, what was done versus what is factual. And I was for the defense. So the person being accused of being under the influence, and for me it was an easy case because there was nothing other than people's suspicions. There was no evidence. The supervisor was young, new, and had limited experience. Never never wrote this person up, never pushed the envelope, never had them, do a random drug test. Nothing, never did any of the things that you would do to pursue suspicious behavior. And so it was literally, a battle, a power struggle. That's really what it was. It was like, this gentleman's been here longer. He wanted that position and they gave it to her. So now it's like trying to mitigate the ego of both persons, whereas she understands, they've already agreed they don't like each other. And so then, she lets everybody else call her by her first name. She doesn't allow him to call her by her first name because she says he doesn't respect her. So he has to call her by her last name. It's just like a lot of pettiness, right? But pettiness is not legal. It doesn't matter if you have feelings. Oh, I don't like you. That has nothing to do with professionalism, ethics, and, if this person did something just because you don't like them. And then one of the witnesses that suspicioned the nurse for being under the influence had recently just come back to work from suspension from their own charges of stealing narcotics from the job. So, which they say they didn't do, but they just agreed to do a suspension to keep their job. And that in itself is like impeaching credibility, because it's like, I wonder why you're so eager to jump on the bandwagon and suspicion this person that he hadn't worked with for a very long time either. No patients had complained, and of my client's own admittance, he said he felt that he was having an adverse reaction to medications for pre-existing conditions he was managing already. So it's like, he's already acknowledged, he's having some challenges, but he's persevering through that, and he's come to work regardless, right? And you guys are like, anyway, so guys, it was a good time. I learned a lot. I definitely would love to be on a competitive team. There are competitive teams for law school, for trial, mock trials. I don't know that I want to do that for a living. My professor was talking about, because he's an active lawyer for 35 years in addition to being our professor, and he was talking about how presently he's going to trial for a case, and this has been going on a continuance like 2-3 times already, and to find out that his judge, the presiding judge, is new as a judge and unfamiliar with the law that governs his case. So he was explaining that sometimes you have to educate your judge, and you have to include that with your workload. So he had to go pick up an entire book on bench procedure and process that he's incorporating with his documents and presentation. So when he goes to court next week, he'll be walking the judge through the process and the law that governs his case. I'm like, wow, I never even thought about that before, that you could have a judge that is just totally unfamiliar with the law that governs your case. And I see why it is they always petition for you to have an attorney, because of course the judge is not going to say, hey guys, I only mostly am familiar with this, this, and this in your cases that you have. I don't delve in that avenue of law, and it would be in your best interest if you had an attorney that could educate me and I could take their legal conjecture, right? So that I could give you the best outcome. Like, a judge can't say that. Trust me, I've been to court plenty of times, guys. Judges never say things like that. They just always encourage you to get an attorney, and everybody always assumes that they're just endorsing, you know, their, I'm gonna say colleague, like endorsing the business, right? Everybody thinks like, oh, you just want me to spend money, I could do this myself. But it's like, nope, that's not true. And so, guys, I've just been learning so much. I've very much been enjoying it. There's some tedious parts of my program that I don't care for. I don't like the busy work. Us having to read through each other's, you know, we have a lot of discussions and we have to read through and then make comments, and it's like all on a deadline. I don't like that part. I don't like reading other people's pieces. I'd rather us have a group chat. I'd rather us have once a week, like we get together almost like study and just talk about whatever it is, the topic, and just have like a natural conversation and get the heck on. Because reading other people's stuff and then having to put something to it, to me it's like doing their work, helping them do their work, and I don't like it. I will say, like, if I have to just say something positive, here and there I'm learning things, but honestly the things that I'm learning I could care less, and I it's like, okay, sure, I didn't know that, but I don't care. Like, it's just, you trying to make lemonade out the lemons, you know? So some of it, no thanks. The bulk of it I very much enjoy, and I'm looking forward to next semester already. And so I'm picking, right now I'm able to be a part of, so there's like a set class, there's a set amount of classes you have to take, but within that you could pick out of like 3 or 3 to 5, okay, if that makes sense to you all. So there's like 20 classes, you gotta take them, and they're under, you know, 3 categories. These 3 categories you have to do it, but within those categories you could pick. So I've been picking what I'm interested in, and it's because I didn't have any awareness in the subject. I'm very much about being exposed and having some awareness of everything. Even if I decide I'm not interested, I do want to have awareness and understanding, okay? I don't ever want it to be a time where I have a client or I'm in a legal space and a topic of aspect of law is brought up and I'm just totally ignorant. So that's what I'm making myself do, like interesting areas that I'm unfamiliar. It's like I'm taking that class. So I am looking forward to taking federal income. That was highly recommended by one of my alumni that is operating her own law firm. She partnered with other of her classmates, and they're doing quite well. They're tax attorneys. I told you guys, you know, I'm interested in being a tax attorney. Very much so. I like it. For me, it's very interesting, and it's like problem solving, and so I enjoy it. They're doing like will and testament, living wills, estate planning, all of that. That's what they're doing. And so I definitely want to take this federal income class. I'm trying to see if I could take it in the fall, if I could squeeze it in, because I mean I'll have 5 classes. The classes that I'm taking this fall, I already have to have 7 books. And I'm like, okay, well, so I don't know how hard I'm gonna go. It's also depending on how often that class is. Like, if the class is only available in the fall, or embezzlement. If I get fall or spring, then you know, I might take it this fall because I want to. So I was gonna take some science classes at a community college, and I was like, hold on, let me get my bearings and get back with it. So that's some of what's been going on in law school. I'm taking an employment law class right now. It's called Tech and Privacy. Whistleblower class, which is an HR, human resources law class. And what else am I taking? Legal foundations class. So I'm taking legal foundations, whistleblowers, advocacy skills, and tech and privacy. Those are my classes for this summer. So yeah, guys, learn how to do an opening and closing statement for court. I definitely like it. I really did enjoy doing trial law. As far as administrative law, I don't want to be involved in criminal law. Like, I don't want to hear about heinous crimes. I don't want to hear like that type of stuff. I can't stomach it. You know, I could do stuff about employment law. You know, you broke the law, you didn't, I don't know. I can listen to embezzlement. I could listen to certain topics, right? But, you know, we could talk about discrimination to a degree. It's just, I just don't, if it goes too far, it's just so hurt. Like, I start crying. I can't even hold it, guys. I start crying. So I know that I'm not the girl for that. But I am the girl to, you know, read through some contracts. Like I said, pursue some things civilly. You know, a little pain and injury, tax attorney. You know, get you prepared for your life beyond life on earth. You know, we can have those conversations. You know, real estate, a little, my neighbor is on my property. I mean, some stuff, everyday challenges. I don't want to do any family law. I get that question a lot. You gonna do family law? No, I don't want to be a part of divorces. I don't want to be a part of custody battles. I don't want to be a part of it. I could do some prenuptial and postnuptial agreements. I could do some trust funds, stuff like that. Fine. But you guys want to get divorced, fighting over the kids and beyond, I'm not gonna be there. I don't want none of that. You know, my views about family law is this: if you decide to make a child, those are your kids, and whatever the other person does is whatever they do, but those are your kids. So if they're crazy, move along and do what you gotta do to take care and protect your kids. All the rest of it, no thanks. You know, you really have to sit down and decide what matters. Like, what do you really want to waste time and energy on? Do you really want to waste time fighting somebody, spending thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly, fighting someone to be a person they never were when you were married to them, when y'all were at the good point of your relationship? You know, whatever happened, it didn't work out. Now you want to find a legal way to make them? No. You're just dragging it out. I mean, even if they lose, they're still gonna drive you nuts and play around. Most of the time, you know, you get your judgment and then they still don't honor it. They move out the country, they move out the state, they start working for cash. I mean, I just do so much silliness, and you could have just let them go. You could have just been like, cool, this person, I'm out, let me get my money up. Let me go back to school. Let me do whatever I need to do. And just, so, you know, that's my major problem. And a lot of times, you know, I'm like, hey, you need to get counseling. You know, I'm really big about working together as parents. Like, drop your personal feelings and be parents. The children, you know, that they deserve that. So a lot of people are not capable of that. You know, they're just so bent on socking it to the other person, and you know, so I don't want to be a part of any of that. And I've been watching BET Sisters, and my girl Andy is going through it. These people are coming back for her because of her getting her clients these settlements. These people are coming for her. I don't want none of that. I don't want people stalking me and trying to meet me in the streets because I got whoever, whatever, and now I'm, you know, all they think about. No, forget all that. I don't want none of that. No, thank you. So, yes, guys, I've been watching a lot of shows, and it's a coincidence, too. It's like a coincidence that I end up watching a show that's like one of the main characters is an attorney. And then their personal life and their experiences, you know, in and outside of the court. I'm like, whoa. So, that's what's going on. You know, I think I've told you guys before, ultimately I want to become a professor of law. I feel like that's where my strength lies. I feel like that's my purpose, and that's where I'm of greatest use. So, you know, I don't know if y'all are aware, but a lawyer's career expectancy is no more than 7 years. Out of school, it's average 3 to 5 years. These lawyers that have been in their position for 30 to 40 years are exceptional. They are definitely living their purpose. They've had great mentorship, great support. They've had a great community that supported them and embraced them and kept them fed. And so those are exceptional situations, right? Those are like, my dad's an attorney, my uncle's an attorney, like boom, you know what I mean? Things like that. And they've really discovered their niche, their natural talent in it, and that's why they're thriving and they're in that thing for 40 years. But most attorneys, believe it or not, most law school students were medical students, and most medical students were law school students, if you can believe that. And it makes sense because it's one and the same. It's the same strategic mind, it's the same problem solution, it's the same following guidelines, legal guidelines, mandated guidelines. It's the same work ethic, it's the same flow. Really and truly. It's just one of us is dealing with people on a more intimate level, and it's as far as physical, and then the other of us are dealing with people more on an intimate level as far as mental and day-to-day life, right? So, with that being said, you know, I don't have time for it. I know what I want to do, and I know how I want to do it, and I definitely, fulfillment is a requirement of mine in a career path. I've always worked in advocacy. When I worked for the government, I was always some type of advocate, some type of community representative. I've done so much nonprofit work. That's a natural gift and talent of mine. It's important to me. It makes me feel amazing. I put my heart, soul into that. Like, instinctually, I'm passionate about it. You know, let's roll. Right now in my school, I'm developing a whole group. It's a wellness group. I'm doing a group to enlighten students and high school students. Like, I want them to be enlightened on law, and I want to make it fun, and I want them to leave college empowered having, because honestly, law school classes should be incorporated in our general education. Those first 2 years of college, I definitely believe law classes, just an interim, even if it's a legal foundations class, a law and policy class, something. I do believe a couple of those classes. I do believe an advocacy class, you actually being a part of a trial and learning some basics. I do believe that should be a part of a college education. I believe that a couple business classes, an accounting class or two, a finance class, I feel that should be a part of a college education. I do believe a couple medical classes should be a part of a college education. I do believe that should be some general education. Health insurance, like understanding that, life insurance, understanding will and testament, trust. Things that you need. These are not optional. Like, most people walk around on this planet Earth believing that health insurance, life insurance, will and testament, living wills, estate planning, medical and law, they believe those are optional or for certain people, certain tax brackets, and it's not. Everyone should have a lawyer. Everyone should have a medical group that backs them, whether it's primary care, alternative medicine. You should have medical resources. Like, everyone should have a will. Everyone should have banking tools beyond an active checking and savings account. You should have an individual retirement account. You should have a mutual fund. You should have some type of financial product that is backing you and securing you and increasing and taking care of you for the unexpected and the expected. Everyone should have a burial policy. Like, everyone, So I've taken advantage of my college education to fill in the gaps, the things that I didn't know, the things that I wasn't privy to have. I took it upon myself to take these classes. I prayed a lot because it was a lot of things I needed to know, and I didn't have understanding, and I didn't come from a family that could offer me that information, right? So that's what I've done, and that's why I believe I am the best at being a professor of law. Because my students will walk away with more than just a grade in a class. They'll walk away with more than just credit hours. They will walk away with a plan for their lives. They will really understand this thing called life, and they will really understand their position in it. Because I'm going to do assessments in my class. I'm going to let them look at themselves holistically and see themselves as an active participant in their reality. I'm going to finally help them see, who am I? What works for me? What motivates me? What makes me productive? What makes me unproductive? I'm going to actually let them see, what is my management conflict style? Am I emotionally intelligent? What does emotional intelligence encompass? What and who am I? What do I like? What do I want to do? Why am I in law school? Do I want to do law school? Like, I'm really going to have my students on a whole nother level of consciousness, where when they come out this class, they feel more than empowered. They feel liberated, and they feel a sense of assurity that they may have never known. Some people may just be confirmed and affirmed in my class. And that's the kind of lawyers and attorneys that we need out here. We need lawyers and attorneys that are conscious of their role and position, and they're in play where they're best. When they're at their best, they're in play at their best. Not a paycheck and all that, and I'm just doing what I gotta do, and I'm just working without thinking and stuff. No. We need conscious, fulfilled lawyers and attorneys out here. I think I've told y'all this before. What is the difference between a lawyer and an attorney? I'm going to give y'all some seconds to think about that. Leave it in the comments down below. And I have to stop now because you guys will use Google and cheat. The difference between a lawyer and an attorney. One passed the bar and one did not. Both have the education, but one satisfied the requirements to pass the bar to be a practicing attorney and the other did not. So you may deal with lawyers. Like, for example, Erica Colbert, she's on YouTube. I love her channel. She gives you great advisement. She's a lawyer. You see? And sometimes groups will just put lawyer or law firm because they can take your case, they can process, they can turn in all the documents, everything like that for you to go to court. But when it comes to representing you and going the distance, it's when they have to secure an attorney. And a lot of law firms have a lot of lawyers that are doing all the, between the paralegals and the lawyers, they're doing all the work, bringing it to an attorney, and the attorney's skimming through it and going to court to represent you. So, enough about that. I haven't even started combing my hair at all. I just wanted to update you guys on what I've been doing and how things have been going for me. You guys are always asking me about my hair. Down here, I guess I haven't really cared what I do with my hair in a while, but I've been using this Maui cream. I get it from Target. Stuff is the bomb. And I've been using my good old Blue Magic. Those are my two secret combinations right now. I've also been using this coconut full body oil by Shea Moisture. They have this on sale at Target quite a bit, like buy one get one 25% off. And so I have been very much enjoying and loving that. My bathroom is so small here. Like, I wish I had more counter space. And when I move out of here, I will. That's going to be one of my main things, is looking at the closet and the counter space. This Maui cream smells really good. Like, it's like I'm always trying to decide if I'm really going to tell y'all what I'm using, because the stuff starts selling out. I can't get my hands on it, can't find it. They'll start changing up the ingredients. Oh, it gets on my nerves. But I love y'all, so I'll just let y'all know. But that's what I'm using right now. It's probably time for me to color my hair. I'm not sure. Comment down below if it's time for me to color my hair. But I'm very heavy-handed and generous when it comes to products I put in my hair. Guys, today I went to the cleaners. It's like across the street on top of that, and my driver is from New York, and there's a lot of Caribbean people and New Yorkers here. And I asked my driver, I said, so did you come with your family, your wife, your girlfriend, like what? And he's like, yes. And he's like, they came during the pandemic. And I'm like, now stay together, okay? I'm like, don't get down here and act up and forget. And then, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, I know, I get that. He was like, I said, yeah, because I don't know what it is. People get down here and they came with a whole family and now they're broke up. I'm like, don't do that. This feels so good, by the way. Okay, let me close this Maui cream. I'm so hungry. Y'all will not believe what I've been eating for the last couple days. I've been Chipotle tacos. Supposedly they have switched everything to organic. I looked up what they're making their tortilla shells with now. It says online sea salt, organic corn. It was like 3 ingredients. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I had left them alone. Because somebody told me that they're owned by McDonald's. And, you know, everything pretty much at McDonald's has soy in it. And I was starting to get like little headaches after I would get like soft tacos from them and stuff. And I'm like, something's in these tortillas. So I had left them alone. But I looked them up, and I'm telling you, I hadn't ate over there in a long time, like let's say a year or two. And I was like, dang, I want some tacos. And somebody told me to try somebody. It's something El Pollo something. It's not loco, like it's like something else. They were saying that place is good. No, I don't know. I don't trust nobody telling me stuff is good down here because honestly, I've tried stuff and I'm like, this is not good. And I feel like people just be drinking and eating stuff and I don't know. Because I tried this place called Talkology a little while, like let's say last weekend or the weekend before. And literally, guys, it was disgusting. I'm like, how do you mess up tacos? But it happens every day here. So, I don't know, between 5 o'clock, I do miss my spot 5 o'clock somewhere. I will go have their tacos. Their tacos are good. And their, well, I get the churro. And then I get their pina colada and their Miami Vice is delicious too. So I don't know. I just don't. Comment down below if you get tired of trying new stuff. Like I'm at this point in my life where I just want to go somewhere, eat a meal, and be satisfied. I don't even want to try anything. I'm like, let me go to Nordstrom Cafe and sit down. Hallelujah. Like, I'm so tempted. I want to do the cornrows, but I'm so tempted to just braid my hair into this one little braid. But, let me see. I probably cornrow this other side. Let me just braid this side. So how have you guys been enjoying the summer? What'd you guys do for 4th of July? Like, how'd that go? I've been wanting like birthday cake, ice cream. I've been eating a lot of these so delicious coconut milk. So they're dairy free vanilla bean ice cream sandwiches. I love those things. I've been tearing that up. And then, what else? Of course, I've been in love with my strawberries. But I will tell y'all, it's been quite annoying that, and disappointing that a lot of the strawberries been bad down here. Like, really bad. So it's like every time I get some, I'm pretty much throwing away half the package. Like I got a half of a pack I'm about to go look at right now. As soon as I finish talking to y'all, I'm going to go eat some strawberries. And some I'm about to take these tomatoes out. I kind of want some ginger ale. But it's late, so I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just gonna post this video for you guys before it gets midnight, so we have something for July. Trust me, I have a lot of content, but I've been having, like, between me not being feeling good for the first 2 weeks of this month, catching up on work, and really just thinking about, like, what do I want to do for the rest of the year. It's like vlogging my everyday life and showing y'all, like, where I went, what I did, like, what's in Sephora, what at my nail salon. Like, I show you guys that the same places all the time. Or, like, when I go out of town. I don't know, I just been thinking about, I want to do other things. Like, for example, I want to start a double Dutch club at my school. So I was like, I think I could put, and that's another thing, like, finding the time for all these new commitments. That's been really hard too. So I feel like that's what I want to show you guys. I want to show y'all what I'm doing, like that, like take y'all with me to establish the process of establishing an organization on your college campus. Take y'all, like, I did do a tour of my school's medical school. I haven't posted that yet. I think that would have been interesting. But I am doing a campus tour on next Monday, so I was gonna definitely post that. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Just bring y'all along to things that are interesting. And, you know, we have our first double Dutch presentation, like, do that. And, like, when we have our first health fair or something, like, do that. I don't know. I'm just praying about it and thinking about it and just deciding, like, going forward, you know, what do I really want to show. I'm starting this, I will tell y'all honestly though, I'm starting to see, because I've been watching other YouTubers that were in law school, and I'm starting to understand and see why they will fall off for like a whole month or 2 or 3, and then come back and tell y'all what's been going on. It's very much time consuming. It is. Like, me not going to bed till like 12 o'clock most days, that does not work for me at all. But it's like I don't really have a choice, and like I'm usually asleep like 6, 7 o'clock. So me doing that, it just throws me off. You know, then like taking y'all with me to Pilates, you know. It's like if I'm not really going to a new one or having a new teacher or something, then I don't be like wanting to really post it. But maybe that doesn't matter. My favorite YouTubers, you know, they take us with them everywhere, and they're doing like a lot of the same things, and I still find them really interesting. You know, they're out shopping and showing me new stuff they're interested in. I'm be like, oh, what? Which one are you at? Like, I do. I like it. So comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see. Like, I haven't done any hauls in a while where I show y'all like things I picked up for the summer, for whatever. I was supposed to do that hurricane readiness video with y'all. I haven't done that yet, but I'm definitely doing that video with y'all, where I've been looking for me like a backpack, but I'm probably just going to use what I have, because I'm putting things in Ziploc bags to make them like waterproof. So, like, if anything went down, I could just throw my phone. I'm putting like quite a few Ziploc bags in my backpack. So if anything went down, I could throw my charger in one, throw my phone in one, right? And then go for what you know, throw some batteries in a Ziploc. You know, you got your floaties in there. You got your, of course, I'm gonna throw my life jacket on, and you throw you a couple of snacks, a couple of granola or something in there, a little mini bottle of water. You'd be surprised when little mini bottles of water keep you going for a few days. Just stuff like that. Guys, so this is how I'm going to bed. I'm going to take my shower. I don't even use a shower cap down here when I take a shower because it's pointless. It's just hot outside and your hair. So this, let me show y'all. So here it is. Here's my braids. They're like all the way, you know, the longest tip is all the way down there. And if I bring them forward, they're like all the way here. So that's what's going on. All I do after I braid my hair, which y'all have seen me do, all I do is just I take the ends because you don't want to whatever. You don't want to have them like, you want to keep your ends straight. You don't want them like, you want them smooth. So to keep your ends smooth, you need to like protect them and roll them up. This is what I do. If I had a roller, if I had some rollers, I would roll the ends. So it could be like bumped when I take it down. The ends would kind of be naturally bumped. But this is what I do. And I'm finished. So anyway, guys, it's been real. I'm trying to think. Y'all been watching Power Book? You guys been watching? I pretty much been watching Sisters. Zatima should be back on this week, and I mean, I really don't watch TV. Let me put that out there. Like, my TV watching consists of Golden Girls, The Cosby Show, A Different World, Living Single, Celebrity Family Feud. This is pretty much TV One, VH1, BET, Hallmark, maybe WeTV, Bravo, Stars. And that's like playing in the background while I'm doing homework, studying, typing up stuff. Like, that's how that's going. So you really can't count me in for watching TV, guys. But that's what's going on. Hugs and kisses. I'm wishing you all an amazing week. And yeah, I'll see you guys sooner than later. Like in the next video.
Speech on. Stop recording.